The 80s Show on iHeartRadio.
Let's go. Come on, let's go. Say ho, ho. Say ho, whoa, ho, whoa. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
So, I've been thinking a little bit about the choices we make when we wake up in the morning. If you've listened to the show for any length of time, and first of all, if you have, thank you so much for being a part of my radio family. But I've been thinking about the choices we make in the morning. The choices that define us. So many people bang on about how it's impossible to do anything in this economy, and it's Obamanomics. That's what's to blame for my misery. And yeah, here's the thing. We all make our choices when we wake up in the morning. We all are the tellers of our own tale. We write our own story. We make decisions about how our day is going to go. And we can't obviously control what's going to happen over the course of the day, but we can control our attitude and how we react to it. And it sounds like such a gross oversimplification of life. But sometimes the simplest stuff that's staring you in the face, it's really the answer. There's no magic to it. There's no secret to happiness. There's no, it really is that simple. You can't change how the day goes, but you can change and decide how it affects you. And I was thinking about that because somebody told me that the other day when I was ranting and raving and they needed to get me down off the ledge. And I was just like, look, there's just certain things you have no control over. And they're like, well, you have control over yourself. And I was like, yeah, but sometimes you just really want to be angry. And they had a great way of summing it up. I don't know if it was their idea or if they got it from like some sort of motivational speaker or televangelist or something of that nature. But I heard it and I was like, wow, that really breaks it down a little bit, because everybody's like, you can control how you feel about things. You can control how you react to things. It's like, give me something a little bit more to go on, something a little bit more tangible, something a little bit less nebulous, something that looks less like a meme that you see trotted out on Facebook by people that you're considering unfriending. And what they told me is, look, if someone goes, hey, idiot, and you turn around and go, what? You know what you are? You're an idiot. If someone calls you by any name, if someone says anything disparaging to you, if someone talks to you like you're less of a human being than you actually are, if someone's just a jackass to you and you respond to it, if someone says, hey, idiot, and you go, what? You're that idiot that they just called upon. It's not about what people call you. It's about what you respond to. You're not the person that they say you are. You're the person who you say you are. And when you respond to, hey, idiot, or something that is less than what you can be, you're stepping down to that level that they're putting you on. And you can be more. You're not what you're called. You're what you're responding to.
iHeartRadio presents the Guns N' Roses Top 10. Number 10, Mr. Brownstone. Number 9, Don't Cry. Number 8, Live and Let Die. Number 7, Civil War. Number 6, Patience. Number 5, November Rain. Number 4, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Paradise City. Number 2, Welcome to the Jungle. Number 1, Sweet Child of Mine. Hear more of Guns N' Roses right now on iHeartRadio at keyword Guns N' Roses.
Back once again, the ill behavior, deliberately giving your music a savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD, and can't nobody rock a body better than me. Back once again, the ill behavior, deliberately giving your music a savior. Back once again, it's your boy AD, and can't nobody rock a body better than me. Hey, you, what's that sound? Coming so loud from your radio dial. AD, be getting down when you're rocking the jams. Here I am, going back once again. I'm ruling all city like a...
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for hanging, being part of our radio family. Joining the conversation by tweeting me at ADSXE is where you can find me on Twitter. At FunkFM is where you can reach super producer to the stars, Barry Funkhauser. Today in the show is doing it with lots of different women, going to keep you from getting cancer. Apparently, there's scientific research to support this. So now you're not just a philandering, awful piece of scum that doesn't deserve any woman. You are protecting your prostate. How does this equation work out? How does this equation work out? We'll get to that a little later on in the show. Plus, the oral reparations. What are we talking about? A 17-year-old boy in line to get millions of dollars because of a little fling that he had with a substitute teacher. Does he deserve it? That's an interesting question. We'll ponder it together later. Right now, though, let's take a look at the events of today in our segment, My Witness News. In no way, shape, or form fair. Certainly not balanced. Funkhauser. Shoom. A, how are you? B, what is going on in the world?
What day is it? I don't even know. I'm tired.
It really is one of those weeks because thinking about it, couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
I know it's kind of silly to, say, I'm tired in the morning, but I'm tired.
It's Thursday. You know what happened last night? This happened last night.
Salvador Perez, the 2-2. Popped up. Sandoval in foul territory. Giants win! A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants for the third time in the last 5 years. And their hero, Madison Bumgarner.
All the way in Game 7, huh?
Yeah, really, I had no skin in the game with that. Like, I could care less about the Kansas City Royals, and I could care less about the San Francisco Giants. But when you get to a forced Game 7, and it's a close Game 7, well, that's really kind of, for me, as good as baseball's ever going to get. I mean, really, that obviously is the pinnacle of where things can go. But, God, it was... I actually found myself sort of, like, watching it being like, it was a fantastic game. I take my hats off to, there's so much going on in the world of sports at the moment where you're just like, oh, what the hell is this BS? The NFL doesn't pay taxes and they seem to hire criminals and people that think it's okay to use women's faces like speed bags exclusively. There's so much that can disenfranchise you from the world of professional sports at the moment. That was a great reconnection. I think, to everything that could potentially make sports great. And also sort of a uniquely American thing. I felt, I don't mind saying, I felt a little patriotic watching the parts of Game 7 that I managed to catch last night while I was working. Yep. Did you watch?
No, but my girlfriend's from up there, so she says the Giants win like every couple of years.
Yeah.
So, I'll watch it in 2 years. Be excited.
The Giants have kind of become like the New York Yankees. For a while, the New York Yankees were just like the winningest team ever. And Doug Stanhope made a great observation once where he was just like, if you're cheering for the New York Yankees, like, they're a bunch of spoiled bitches. You know what their superpower is? Money. If there's a great player, they just buy it. We have more money than you. We're going to spend more money than you. And because we have all the money in the world, we're going to win. Like, you know that A-Rod, when he goes back to the Yankees, his salary, his salary, will be more than the salaries of all the Houston Astros added together. That's how the New York Yankees operates, and that's how the New York Yankees wins. And by the way, if you're looking for a moral to this story with A-Rod making that much money when he goes back to the Yankees, I believe the lesson to be learned is take steroids, kids. It's great. But Doug Stanhope made a great observation once about the Yankees, saying, like, cheering for the Yankees is kind of like going to a casino and cheering for the house. It's like, ha-ha, dealer busted your ass, bitch. It's really sort of like such a slanted argument for the Yankees, and it's almost pointless. But, that's, I think, what the San Francisco Giants have become. So, yeah, you're probably right. You will be able to listen. You will be able to watch in a couple years and see them do probably the same thing. Do you care about baseball at all?
No. Go sport.
Go sports.
It's all kind of the same to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to play. I played right field when I was in elementary school. So, I mean, that should tell you a lot about my sport ability.
Did you enjoy playing right field?
It was fun until the bees got in my way, and I was that, little kid in the right field running around. What are you running from, kid? Eye on the game. There's bees everywhere.
I used to love playing baseball. It was the only team sport I could ever get into. I was always a bit more of an individual. Like, I like things like running, and I think like things like skateboarding and things like that, or riding a motorcycle, where you weren't on a team. You had nothing to do with other people. It was just kind of something where you could get lost and be in your own head, and I like that. But the only team sport I ever really enjoyed playing was baseball, and I loved it. And as much as I loved baseball, well, my coach... It's funny, I talk about this all the time, and it's not like I'm under any delusion that I could have been a great baseball player or anything like that, but the guy that coached varsity, like I played junior varsity in like the 8th grade, and then it was time to move up to varsity, and the guy, Mr. Russell, the guy that coached the varsity baseball team, was also my gym teacher. And first day of school, I think in the 9th or 10th grade, whatever it was, first day of school, it was like gym class, and I didn't bring my gym clothes with me, and he chewed me out for about 15 minutes. I was like, it was the first day of school. This guy clearly is a giant a-hole. Oh, he's the coach of the baseball team? Yeah, guess we won't be doing that. And so I kind of look back on it and like to kid myself that Mr. Russell ruined my glorious baseball career. And that's not the truth. The truth is Mr. Russell stopped me from doing something that I really enjoyed doing, because I knew it wouldn't be enjoyable if I had to do it around him, because he was a prick bag. Yep, that's what he was, a big bag of things that prick. And I just quit. Bit of a quitter, I suppose, in that particular situation. But as much as I love playing baseball, and as much as I've managed to harbor resentment for Mr. Russell for years and years and years, I still can't handle watching baseball on TV. I find it to be so slow-moving and so boring, and that was what was great about last night's game. Every finger that is justifiably pointed at watching baseball with regard to it being slow-moving and dull, that didn't apply last night. Fantastic game. Good job, everybody. You're doing your thing. We're all proud of you. Yay, sports, as Funkhauser says. Go on. What else is going on in the world?
Us Weekly claims that Renee Zellweger had plastic surgery because she was hoping to get more work in Hollywood.
Someone who has no hope of getting more work in Hollywood now? The surgeon who jacked up her face so marvelously. Yeah, that wasn't good. Why would you do that? Why would you go like, hey, that face that's made me millions, literally millions and millions of dollars in movies over the year, can you make me look like someone different? It's weird. Go on.
Marvel